From the humble beginnings of his parents, a hardworking barber father and a dedicated school secretary mother, Jim discovered the profound importance of relationships. These simple roots laid the foundation for his journey through life, emphasizing the extraordinary impact that genuine connections can have on one's journey in life.
I was actually 15 and a half years old, sitting at home, and I got a call from my dad who had said that Tom Haywood Sr., who had owned the local jewelry store, Brandau's, was getting a haircut, might be calling me. So he did, and asked me what I was doing, which I was just a kid hanging out, and asked me to come down and possibly interview for a job. So I went down to Brandau's, and he offered me up a job, and basically I've said many times I was sweeping the floor with a corncob broom.
Under the mentorship of Tom Haywood, he navigated the delicate balance of working during the day and pursuing studies in gemology at night after graduating from Elyria High School. Jim's coachability and his determination not only shaped his professional path, but it also showcased the warmth and sincerity that endeared him to all those around him.
I met Jim when he was working at Brandau Jewelers, and he was already honing his skills in leadership and community service back then. He was a member of the Junior Chamber of Commerce, which was known as the Jaycees back then. And he graduated into the Elyria Chamber of Commerce and then also the Elyria Downtown Commons Association. And it readily became apparent that if you had a project that needed to be done and you wanted it done well, you gave it to Jim.
Tom Haywood Sr. was one of those quiet mentors that you knew in a sense he was trying to educate you, but at the same time he wasn't a bully about it. And there's so many stories I still tell to this day about, and of course I started with him when I was 15, but he was just a planner and gave you life's moments. He was actually still one of those gentlemen that would sit down and write you a list of notes on a small legal pad and then give them to you to digest and think about and talk about. His mentality towards giving was just awesome. In fact, I remember I was probably 24, 25 years old. I had 2 kids, no money, struggling through working for him, and he walked over, I was doing something, and he was guessing 55 or so. And he walks over and looks at me and goes, "I wish I was you again." And I thought, well, that's funny. I wish I was you, because he was successful and had, nice home and beautiful cars and this and this. But he had so enjoyed life and so enjoyed raising his family that he was lamenting wanting to get back to those days. And I now know what he means as I'm that age. I'm thinking to myself, I get exactly what he means. The energy that my grandchildren give me is just amazing, and wanting to almost go through it one more time, because it's what you make of it. Life is what you make of it.
I love the fact that that's a perpetuation of a family business. I started working with my father, and I think that there were some tumultuous years there for me. I see Jim and Bob as having a great relationship, and I think that Bob is a chip off the old block. I think that he has so many of Jim's characteristics and traits that I think he's going to do just as good a job, if not better, than Jim has over the years.
And this is a reminder that regardless of where you start, the bonds we forge along the way can truly shape and elevate our lives. Jim Vandemark, 2024 Leadership Lorain County Excellence in Leadership Honoree.